always meant to have options. You were always meant to have options. Hello, angels. The upgrades, and I know that on some level you are feeling this. And I told you a couple channels ago that you're gonna feel this energy. Literally, right now, it's eclipse energy, but whenever you are seeing this, whenever this finds you, it truly is meant to find you. Everything is just energy. Okay, so there's some reflection in this. You never have to receive something that does not align with you. Okay, if you don't want this, that's fine. But I told you that there is an energy that's gonna feel kind of crazy. It's going to feel kind of crazy. It's going to feel very big. Okay, too good to be true. But this is where the too good to be true things are happening. And I'm hearing coming into focus. Coming into focus, quite literally. And, you know, we're all mirrors to a degree. I've been getting some new tech here. I just got, I think it was like the Osmo 3, whatever it is. But some of you guys are going, there's this preparation energy. Okay, Spirit is saying setting the stage, equipment. Quite literally, you could be divinely guided to buy some new things here or dig up some things that you already have and revisit it. Take them things out of drafts, whatever it is, revisit it. I'm hearing software, but there are preparations. I'm hearing in your hands. A lot of Hallie has been coming up here. I think it's like Hallie, the song In Your Hands. Go ahead and look at that, okay? But there is this energy, and Spirit is literally showing me like crystals. They're showing me like gems here. So something here is about to be in your hands. An I am notification. I haven't noticed an I am notification in a very long time for whatever reason, but it says, I'm grateful for the love and happiness in my life. Yeah, so quite literally, Spirit is saying there's something here that you are about to be given. It's a gift here, and I'm hearing expect more. Expect more. Something in your hands. We talked about keys last time. Maybe this is a contract. Maybe this is a pen. A channel I also picked up because I was seeing so many swords, but in an optimal way here in tarot. Spirit was saying that you have finally picked up your sword and you stopped being afraid of it. And this energy of a sword could be like, again, a mic, holding a mic. It could be holding the pen here. Could be whatever it is. Take it how it resonates, right? It's all just energetic reflections. But whatever it is that you are picking up, whatever you're going to be holding on, whatever key you're turning in a door here, okay? Wherever you're entering, but there's something that you're going to be physically holding. I'm all seeing rings. Proposals could be significant. Spirit is saying it's going to show you, oh my God, it's happening. This is a new life. This is a new life, okay? I'm in a new timeline. Whatever it is you are touching, I'm hearing things like everything you touch turns into gold. It's going to be like, nah, 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 nah. Things a little different, friend, the flowers in the TV. Flowers have been a sign. I'm hearing, I can buy myself flowers. Financial upgrades. As you guys can see, I'll be honest with you, my energy, just being so real here, authentic. We ain't got no reason to lie. We grown. Hopefully I'll grown. But this week was like the busiest week. The busiest week. But I am so proud of myself because I honestly looked at it from a higher perspective. And a channel that came through was like, oh, this energy is going to be alchemized. Okay, like it's very clear. I have been in my comfort zone in the hermit mode, and I have an Aries 9th house stellium. 9th house in Aries, Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aries, Saturn in Aries, in the 9th house, right? Crazy stuff going on there. And I've been avoiding that. I know I've been avoiding that, but I know that space is the turning point. We're also in a 9-year. But the point of me saying this, and some of you guys, you felt this, whatever was happening over the last 7 days, Spirit is saying, even if it was a heavy energy, just know it's going to be alchemized into the right thing. There is an energy that's building. Your Spirit is showing me like an elevator. You're going up levels, slowly but surely, and that's going to be very apparent soon. You're peeling off layers. False layers. I'm also hearing things like work smarter, not harder. You're being prepared for things to flow easier for you. And some of you guys are like, why can't it just happen? I think it's because of this too good to be true energy. I've thought about that before, and I'm like, why can't the manifestation just come? You know what I mean? Like, why can't it just happen? And a lot of you guys, it's because there are layers here, and Spirit is saying miss the mark. Like, you have to co-create with Spirit. Your guides can guide you, but ultimately you are here physically on earth. You have to be the one to know how to see, to know how to recognize, to be willing to go, to be willing to go, to know that you are ready, okay, as you are. And it's going to be different for all of you, but Spirit is saying the answers will come. They're still not giving me the straight answer of like, so why couldn't it just happen? Why couldn't the love just happen? Why couldn't the door just open yet? But Spirit is saying for your personal journeys, your individual journeys, it's going to make sense. Okay, you're on a journey of understanding, higher understanding here. Okay, that's what you've been tapping into. This is not getting a reading and like, this is what's gonna come. And you're just like, all right, I'm just, allowing someone else to have power over my life. No, you are the high priestess. You are in the energy of the co-creator. It was always meant to be your choice. It was always meant to be. And some of you guys have manifestations. This literally happened to me today. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm gonna be so real with you guys, right? I just said in a channel that all of a sudden notifications started going crazy. There were no notifications before this video. All right. So that is a sign for someone as well. I'm also seeing 444 in my mind's eye. Get ready to be busy with the right things. We don't get back to that alchemizing conversation, but there was a wish that came in, and I knew it was from my younger self. Literally. But it was so crazy. It was so crazy. There was a wish that came in today, but it was a wish that I made a long time ago. There was a crush that I had when I was younger. I mean, like middle school. It was like the hottest guy in school, literally. And I used to just like, wow, there's no way I could have dated him. Pops up out of nowhere, Venus retrograde today, right? And I was just like literally rolling my eyes, but I'm so grateful that I'm at a point now of understanding what's happening. And I'm hearing things like more power to you. There are going to be situations that happen, things that manifest, things that you wanted years ago. I told you, as you are leveling up energetically, as these layers are peeling off, as you are entering new doors, new cycles, you're stepping in new directions, and it may be an inch. I told a client this today. I was just like, you just took an inch in a new direction. And even though you don't know the outcome of that, understand what you just told the universe was, I'm ready. What you just told the universe. Some of you guys truly, you're going to be facing your fears, or you already planned things or did things that are facing your fears. And maybe some of these fears are really like, you're really scared about this. There may be ideas here that are not leaving you alone. I heard God is going to keep knocking. You've peeled off enough layers. It's going to be in front of you. You're going to be at the table. The conversation is going to be clear as day. The option, the opportunity here, okay, the invitation, and it's going to be up to you. Are you ready are you ready or are you not? I do feel the nervousness. You can tell. Even I'm feeling this here. Even I'm feeling this, and I'm the freaking guide, but I'm on my human journey as well. I'm on my journey as well. We're all in this together. Freaking out, but we gonna be okay. So literally, let's get back to this alchemic journey. Last week, or what's happening right now, what's unraveling here, there was an energy where I was like, what in the world? I am traveling, I'm going to Ireland. And this happened last year. And Spirit has been inching me in that 9th house illumination for a while, saying, you're going to travel. I literally was in Namaste Bookshop in Manhattan, and I got a reading from this reader, and it was one of those readings that I got that even me was like, because I have been avoiding doing some readings for myself. That's a reader's journey sometimes, right? That I was like, very resistant to, because it was given right now. It was given action. You know what I mean? And the Taurus in me was like, and that's how I knew. That's how I knew that, damn, I was crying and hollering for certain things. Meanwhile, my own energy, when they say right now, I'm like, not yet. Hello. What you mean? I thought you was talking about like fat man. What you mean? Right? When they said you up next, come to the front of the line. This is just about you. Okay, some of you guys truly tried to hold some people's hands to go with you, to get on the same program with you here. Some of you guys tried to hide behind situationships, lovers. Let's be real for a minute. People who said, yo, you thinking about all of that? You envisioning all of that? I ain't in that program, friend. I'm okay in this cycle. I'm not trying to get out of my comfort zone like that. I'm talking to people that you have manifested, and you will see the day, or at least you will see the step. You will be in front of the door. Okay? You will enter the plane. It will happen. And a lot of you guys are going to really be seeing things coming into focus. The puzzle pieces being like, yo, oh, be careful what you wish for, because it's actually happening. Like now. Like divine timing is now. It's like Spirit is like, yeah, what did you think all that like purging and crying and like facing your fears and all those messages and that divine guidance was? What do you think you were going to stay the same? You thought you were going to stay in the same place? It's time to go. It's actually time to go. All right. And you're going to realize in your own energy, like, damn, maybe it was kind of me. Maybe I was a part of this. Maybe I was a part of the delays here. Okay. Maybe I was a bit comfortable with the not happening for a minute. All right. But it's time. It's divine time. Okay. And this came up in a channel before where Spirit was like, you're going to realize that you're actually unnatural at certain things. All right, there are spaces that you're going to be in. There are people that you're going to be around. There are partners or lovers or whatever it is, friends, okay, opportunities. And where there were spaces before, you're going to notice a contrast. I told you, you're going to have moments where you truly have these flashbacks, or you just have comparison moments when someone is just giving to you and admiring you here, okay, or paying you what you're worth, or someone's going to be very generous or just selfless with you, where there were people that made you feel like you were so hard to love. They were people that made you feel like you were too much and too complicated, and there's going to be people that's like, you're perfect. In fact, you're more than enough. There's going to be spaces here that you were just like, you were trying to make it work, or you were feeling insecure in certain rooms, in certain spaces, in certain parties, whatever it was, in certain schools, whatever it was, right? You were feeling insecure, and there's going to be places where you're the most extroverted person ever. You're the most open person ever. And that's not taking away from your own soul growth, but this is supposed to be a part of your journey. You got options. You got options. You were always supposed to have options. The balls were always supposed to be in your court. Always in your court. I was talking to a client today, and we were talking a lot about alchemizing people pleasing. And I've been working with her for years, and the card self-care came up. And of course, on a basic level, self-care can talk about like your routines, your rituals, taking rest. But it was very clear that she was in this vibration of going up like a roller coaster. The elevation, you're going up, right? And as she's going up, she's taking steps, she's been in her comfort zone, and all these messages were coming out. And these messages looked like preparation messages. It looked like, and there were things happening in her life that were basically showing her what she did not want, but very specific things, okay? There were some people coming back around that it's like, oh, I don't resonate with this. People with weird communication issues. But I was just like, it's because you are about to be in spaces and rooms here, okay? In places where the choice is going to be yours. You know what you don't want. Can you recognize what you do want? And can you give yourself permission to choose it? Can you give yourself permission to have a new beginning? Here's the thing. Spirit is saying, while you're going to have the options in front of you, while you will have the people, while you will have the invitation, the ads, whatever it is, it's still up to you. Spirit is not going to force your hand. You have your free will. Can you recognize new beginnings in front of you, and will you hold on to it? Will you use that ticket? Will you use that key? Will you use your phone to contact? Yeah. Will you use the emails? Will you use what you have, what you're going to be handed? Will you use the opportunities and fully go into a new beginning? Or are you going to continue in the merry-go-round and say nothing is happening? You're going to have a moment very soon. And this moment is going to expand. It may just be a whole new timeline, a whole new environment in general, where you're just like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been praying for. This is what I've wanted. A moment where you're literally just kind of like, but it's still going to be you, hon. You're going to have to zoom in. You're going to have to zoom in, and you're going to have to zoom out of what doesn't serve you. Okay? You're going to be the one that's going to have to. You now have the sword, or you're just going to use your pointer finger and say, I'm literally seeing a house. So that could be a vision for someone. Someone could be moving somewhere, or a dream house could be happening. But Spirit is like, select. I'm seeing like Sims. Start your selection process. You are seeing this, and the only reason you're seeing this is because somewhere within you, whether it's, and this is a huge spectrum of energy, whether it's just your thought processes of you realizing, oh, this is not the only way. Whether it's just your thought processes, whether it's some of you guys here, there were things you let go of. There are, awakenings, you're like, there has to be more. I don't deserve this. Even just that I don't deserve this, even the choice to just walk away is you saying, okay, universe, I know there are more possibilities for me. You may still be in that limbo. You may still be like, kind of glitchy. You may still be kind of scared, but you simply saying, I know this is not serving me. I'm going to just kind of open up my energy, or just simply you're going through a situation. You're being receptive here. You're connecting the dots to the synchronicities, and you're being receptive. You're tuning in to messages, not just my messages, all the messages. You're noticing the signs. It's you opening up. You know what? Maybe it is possible. Even just a maybe. The faith of the mustard seed has already opened up the energy to some new frequency that you must see. You must see those options. It's going to be up to you to zoom in. It's going to be up to you to zoom out. It's going to be up to you. And you would not be receiving this message if this was not going to make sense very, very soon. This could make sense today. This could make sense tonight. But can you recognize the new in front of you? Can you reflect and be like, oh, this is on my vision board. Oh, this is happening now. And I'm also hearing, why not? Why not? Why not you? Why not now? What are you doing? Exactly. Because some of you guys are in situations where you think, and you don't even realize perfectionism may be holding you back, okay? Or you think that spirit may, like, this, I feel like there's a lot of like religious trauma that may be purging, especially in the next 30-day cycles, which is in this Pisces season or this eclipse, because there is an empowerment in your own beliefs, whether it's religious trauma or you recognizing the belief systems, the control tactics, the fears that people projected onto you. Pisces is Jupiter. We're also in a Sag year, which is Jupiter. This is where I told you, you realize that the big dreams that you had when you were younger may be coming back up, like, oh, it is possible. Why did I think it was so impossible? Okay. Why did I think that was so impossible? That was so out of reach for me. Starting that business here, having that platform. Why did I think that was so impossible? Maybe going back to school, whatever it was, getting that certificate here, starting those things. Are you giving yourself the best chance? Healing, whatever it is. But the idea is that almost 5:55 on my clock here, on my microwaves. Now I need to update my time, but that's even a sign in itself, divine time. It can actually happen at any time. There may be visions you don't even realize that you think, oh, that can't happen to me because I don't look a certain way. I can't have that type of love because I'm not this in this vessel. Where spirit is like, it's about energy. You've been tapping into new energy, okay? That it's all about energy first. You will shift in different ways after. And that applies to so many different things. Some of you guys think you don't even realize there's conditioning of like this idea of a perfected journey of when certain opportunities will happen. Some of you guys will have your biggest opportunity. You're sitting in a robe eating ice cream on a couch. Okay, maybe you just finished crying, bawling, and then next thing you know, it's right in front of you. You're seeing this because there's going to be a blessing right in front of you, in front of your face, in front of your email, a person right in front of you, a message right in front of you, okay? And you may have just went through a situation that's a contrast. Going back again to the alchemic journey, I had a week and I was so proud of myself, but that even shows a shift within myself. And a lot of you guys really need to recognize when you are thinking differently, when you're moving differently, when you're responding differently versus reacting, and just giving yourself that credit. You need to notice you. Some of you guys, you want to be noticed in different capacities, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your love life. You want to be noticed, and you really need to start noticing and praising you and celebrating you and noticing your growth, noticing the small steps, talking to yourself in an active self-praise. But yeah, this week I was just like, oh my God. Like there was this one point I was like, what is this? Where I felt like I was getting so organized here. I was like all together. I was like, up in the gym, and then my cycle starts. My cycle starts. And I know, I have struggled with PCOS. And my cycle starts, so everything kind of went woo, and I'm just like trying to hold it together. I didn't accomplish the level of organization I wanted before the trip. And before in the past, woo, the loom and doom and gloom, let me tell you, the world was over. The world was over. I'm, upset about every single negative thing in my life. And I still had emotions come up about, I'm very independent. And I was also noticing, I was like, thank you. My family helped me, with certain things. But of course, I was desiring a sense of support. And I sat with myself, I allowed myself to express, I allowed myself to journal. But the whole entire time, even when I was making small steps, I said, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I got this. I said, you know what? I know that the rest that I'm taking is going to make me a better reader. Okay, this is something here, and you never know. Some of you guys have setbacks, and some of you guys, you're not up to par. You're not any perfect looking way, or whatever it is you think, whatever it is, social media or, corporate America, whatever taught you that you need to show up in a certain robotic AI type of way, right? Whatever it is. And you don't even realize that you're God's plan. You don't even realize here that there's someone that's going to be divinely guided to like seriously help you or bless you, or you're just God's plan. There are certain places, well, I want to talk about this first, but the message that I heard, it was like, oh yeah, you're shifting right now. You're unraveling, okay? And you are going to be busy. You're going to be active, but with the right things, with the right energies here. There were lessons that I learned, like, okay, smarter, not harder. There were lessons that I learned in terms of ease, in terms of time, in terms of communication in that, and I focused on that. I focus on that. I'm also hearing you have changed. You genuinely have matured. You understand your value now. Okay? So when you start receiving these opportunities, it's not too good to be true. And stop saying stuff like that. It's not. These messages, stop saying it's too good to be true. Because what are you telling the universe? Are you telling the universe that you're too good to be true? Ooh. Whenever it's super hard to receive that things are getting better, it's getting better. And I'm careful with saying this here, but it's like you have been shifting and getting better. And you really need to start realizing that, because sometimes getting better is just allowing yourself to learn and receive. Sometimes getting better is giving yourself grace. It does not have to look in a social media perfected way. I'll be so honest with you guys, and I know I'm sharing a lot from my perspective, but I feel like it aligns. We're all homies. We're having a conversation here. Please share how you've been feeling in the comments, right? But I turned on some vlogs, and I found myself seriously comparing myself to people. These, super influencer looking girlies, and they're waking up. I think there was one girl, she woke up at 4 a.m. every single day. She had some crazy workout routine and just was super meticulous. But then I was just kind of it went back to who I was and who I wanted. I was like, I know for me personally, while I do, and if that's your thing, you know what I mean? I'm a Taurus. I want to enjoy my life. And the people that I want in my life, I don't want to ever expect me to be in a super perfect way. And especially I am someone that desires children, or I'm very childlike in nature. I do want to be an influence for children. And I know what I suffered with. I had an ED growing up and everything. And I literally just looked at her and I was just like, no judgment, do your thing, girly. If there's people that resonate with that, but I understand right now I have to care about me mostly. My self-care, my self-care, going back to what I told my client. And I was like, as you are in this time right now of options, of choosing, you're going to realize that the world has taught you to be so impressed. The world has taught you here that just because something looks pretty, just because something looks an idea of organized, which is all just a human construct, that's just something you have been taught, just because something looks a certain way that you have to be like, all hail. That is amazing. That should be the way. I had another client here who we were breaking down this idea of relationships, and there were things in her relationship that she honestly just It wasn't working for her. But yet you could see that when she was trying to express herself, she was feeling so guilty about saying that she was not happy, and it was like, yeah, but, he's great. He doesn't, treat me bad and everything. I was like, well, that's a contrast, because you just told me things that are really not good and then said, it's like women have been taught to just say all hail, whether it's men, these hierarchies. And this is coming up because in this Pisces season with all these retrogrades, and I'm actually really happy that we're seeing what's happening is you are being guided to like look at certain things that you put in a pedestal, and it's happening collectively because of the age of Aquarius. It's happening with politics, it's happening with celebrities, it's happening with love on an immediate level, illusions, things that you looked at, and it's like those spaces, those things don't even resonate with you. It's not even something that you actually want. You may not actually really want those things. I looked at the super strict schedule and I was just like, this ain't work. I ain't even gonna play myself, girl. Like, all power to you, whatever, I hope that you're an accepting person too. But for me personally, that's not my version of happiness. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I do want to be healthy and great, but I don't want no strict workout routine. I don't want to train. It doesn't work for me, to be honest. I want to be happy. I have, absolutely been in spaces where I couldn't even look at myself. And to be honest, at this journey, I'm on a journey of happiness. And the people that I love, I also want to be more of like a family, a fun-loving person. I want to stay connected to my youth. And when I see that, I don't feel connected to my youth. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And I don't want my parents, if I have, my kids, whether it's a girl or whatever it is, to look at me and just be like, I'm super strict with every single, calorie I have. I don't want that. So I literally was just like, Natija, it's okay to tune this off. It's okay to turn it off. I don't resonate with this. It's okay. I don't have to feel obligated to like work through my triggers here. I just don't resonate. I don't. It's okay. You know what I mean? And I do feel like Spirit is saying, you guys right now, in terms of the reflection of what I just said, there's going to be, and they were saying things like recipe, they're saying things like equation here, okay, and I'm literally saying like angel numbers. I'm hearing it's all adding up, the puzzle pieces are coming together, and this journey of how these blessings are going to come in, these energies of love, these energies of gifts, these energies of alignment, it's not just going to happen. Like, you really are the main characters of the movie. Like, there's narration going on, there's certain music playing, like every single thing is really aligning. You truly are a main character. You will actually feel like you are in a movie. I'm telling you right now. You're aligned with crazy movie moments that's coming in here, right? And it's like, as you're sitting there, as you're standing there, as you're walking in, as you're having these moments of reflection, no matter where you're at here, these zooming out moments, you're just gonna be like your frontal lobes are developing, and you're gonna be like, wow, there was actually a recipe to these blessings coming in. There were a recipe, like they were really being made perfectly for me. Perfectly for me. Okay? The whole entire time. Even when some of these manifestations come in that at one point you really wanted, like a younger self would have been like, I really wanted this. I really wanted them. I really, this was a thing. And then you're going to be like, I don't really resonate with that anymore, actually. I don't need it. I don't need certain validation. I've changed. I've grown. You are going to feel the most empowered you've ever felt. And of course, that's not a, dead end. Like, life is fluctuating, but you will have moments of empowerment. You will have moments where you're actually like, oh my God, whoa, what was that? Was that a huge orb? But it was like, you will have moments, right, where you're just like, damn, like it's actually all coming together. This really is about me, and it feels good. It feels good. You're gonna have moments of relief. Really pay attention to feathers. Okay, burdens are being lifted off here. Stress is being lifted off, but it's going to be because of your perspective. I'm getting to a point where I can't say too much more because you just need to experience it. But I hope that all makes sense. And I hope I didn't take up too much time talking about my stories, but it's all meant to be a powwow, a reflection here, okay, of some take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But whatever is coming up, even if you are experiencing the contrast of what you want to experience, know that maybe somewhere you manifested that exact contrast. Like, I know I've been manifesting wanting to be more out and about, wanting to align with the right environments, the right schedules for me. That's crazy. Jadina just texted me. Alignment! Manifesting, right? She said these Irish people in the plane are lit. Alignment! You guys, I'm so excited to hear your responses to this, okay? And like obviously share with you guys. But let's go ahead. We're gonna get an oracle card to just finish this off. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. A lot of you guys who, you about to get a lot more witchy as well. Like you're gonna get back, there's like this 2020 loop here of spirituality, okay? Witchy or just really align with your rituals, okay? Could be subliminals, manifesting, speaking things into existence. But there is this really, like, it's gonna make sense when it makes sense, but there is this like movie like magical essence where you're like, oh, I'm in a different frequency, but it's gonna be different for every single person, and it's not gonna feel like you're disconnected, because you have been feeling disconnected from a lot. You're actually gonna feel connected, but you're gonna realize whatever you were plugging out of, it's to plug in and tune in to what is resonant with you, what is aligned with you, okay? You really, ooh, you getting it, you getting it. It's all coming together. That was horrible. Cauldron. Cauldron. Call it in. Creation, opportunity, and caring. I gotta read that. I gotta read it. Hold on. Usually I like to get these ready, but like, why? It's okay. 2 times speed if you need to, because I'll be 2 times speed. I'll be honest. I have a lot of Aries placements. I hope you guys 2 times speed in my videos. It's okay, because we be chit-chatting. Even scroll to what resonates, take what, I don't feel the type of way about none of it. Cauldron. Okay, so let's read this. Self-transformation, one of the central goals of witchcraft, can be intimidating. Did I just say that? Self-transformation. Did I say it right? The Cauldron card reassures you that brewing change is a chance to create new opportunities for yourself as well as those around you. This can be as simple as adopting a fresh outlook, fresh new perspectives. The Cauldron encourages you to think creatively and to try to combine things that may not seem to work together at first to solve a problem. The Cauldron is a symbol of nourishing yourself and others. Caring for those around you is an enriching pursuit of all involved. There's going to be a surprise coming in. A surprise about one of these blessings. It's either a manifestation you forgot, okay? Like there's a lot, like there's manifestations coming in, you guys. Hear me out. Hear me out. And I'm certain about this because I know the energy, the frequency we're in right now, okay? It's Jupiter. It gotta come in. Something gotta happen at this point. Several things. It's not just one, right? Popping up out of nowhere vibes that you realize, oh, I've actually outgrown this. I no longer really want this, but there's going to be, like, I'm hearing parts of yourself, parts of your youth, parts of your upbringing. Maybe that's why the 12 to 17 was coming up so much, that you're just like, oh, I actually forgot that I love this so much. I forgot, you know what I mean? Especially a lot of you guys are manifesting money or, new financial opportunities. And you're starting to realize like, oh, like, this was an avenue that I didn't take seriously. There are blessings coming in that you're realizing like, oh, this actually fits, and it fits perfectly. As you were realizing what doesn't fit with you, what you don't align with, don't negate, okay? Again, just don't negate new opportunities. Some of you guys, these are people. Maybe like this is where you realize a love that wasn't for you, maybe the friendship that wasn't for you, the environments, the spaces, maybe the living spaces, and you might be shocked where you end up, okay? You cannot be praying to an unlimited God, source, infinite energy, spirit guides, magical energy, and be looking at a limited world. This is where God and your angels are like, oh, let me show you. This is what you want. These are the frequencies. You want to be happy. You want to be at peace. You want true love. Let me show you. Let me show you. There's a song, I'll Show You, Justin Bieber, and that's a vibe. Go listen to that song, okay? But it already is bubbling up. It's bubbling up here, okay? You know what I saw? I also saw the sorting hat. Harry Potter came up. That could be significant, but being called. Some of you guys quite literally are going to be called up for something here, or someone's going to call you. The notifications were going crazy here. Like, there are going to be notifications coming in, and I really feel like a lot of you guys are going to get used to answered prayers and manifestations. Like I told you, in the last reading, it was kind of like 333 could be significant. 555 is also a sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, feathers here. Gold jewelry is also a sign here, okay? Especially of abundance coming in. But this year and the way that the cookie's going to crumble, the way that things are going to come in, the options that you're going to have, this is going to teach you like, oh, it actually really does happen. It does. Even if it takes years, it does happen at any time. I want to get one more card. I gotta go. Listen, 7-11 on my clock. Taurus, look at that. Look at my screensaver, 777. Wow. What was I gonna say? I forgot. The Taurus in me is trying to be in my comfort zone, and I can't. I gotta go to the airport, right? So let's go ahead. Thank you, Spirit. It's poking out. This one to come out. This is the card. The Star. The Star. Faith, wish fulfillments, alignments. Okay. Answered prayers. The Star. The Star. This is the year that you realize you were heard. The prayers were heard. This is the year that you realize here that you were always being divinely guided, that you were always supported, that your manifestations, the energy of wish fulfillments, they really do come true. Like, again, timing is an illusion, divine timing here. But this is the year that you realize how much God, the universe, and your angels really love you and guide you, and you understand your spiritual connection. You understand your divine connection. You understand your path more, because this whole life is a path of understanding. But you probably get, I've been seeing a lot of clear quartz, crystal clear clarity, like you have never in your life. Clear quartz, crystal clear clarity this year. There is clarity like never before coming in for you here. You are seeing divine vision 2020. The whole 2020 awakening, you know what I said? 2020 vision. There's another layer of 2020 vision. Okay, this year is pivotal for you. The next 30 days are huge. It's all coming together, but you still get to choose. It's all coming together, but you still get to choose. Trust yourself. You're ready. You're worthy. You got this. We got this. See you on the other side. See you in Ireland.